I'm Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel, and today I want to talk about new popular musicals for junior high and high schools. I did do a couple of videos, which I'll link below, about best junior high musicals and best high school musicals, in which I gave some tips and some suggestions for best musicals. But let me talk about this list that Playbill.com just released for most popular videos, or most popular musicals, I should say, for the 25-26 season. And I was a little surprised to find out that they were pretty much the same musicals for the 23-24 season. The same usual suspects were on there, like The Addams Family still being #1 and holding strong. But it was Mamma Mia, Frozen, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Chicago, Mean Girls, Little Shop, Wizard of Oz, Willy Wonka, Seussical the Musical, Shrek. I love all those musicals, and they're fine, they're great. They seem to be fan favorites. Kids love them, drama teachers love them, families love them. You know, they sell a lot of tickets, so they're fine musicals. There's nothing wrong with doing those musicals. Here's the thing, though. Let me just say this. That I said in the other video, and I'll repeat it. I think it's worth repeating. I was a judge for musicals. There's a network of judging system across the nation. Where I'm from, it's called the Tommy Tune Awards. But there's a judging system across the nation for high school musicals. And it's like best musical, best actor, best actress, and so forth and so on. And the winners of that for like best actor, best actress, not only win scholarships and things like that, but then they go to the Jimmies. And the Jimmies is a big deal. It's like the Tonys for high school kids. And they're announced at the Tony Awards. And for a week, you get to go up to New York and work with Broadway directors, producers, choreographers, Broadway actors, talent agencies, and you get to network. And it's huge because sometimes the winners of the Jimmies have launched their career with the networking and people they've met. And so if you're a drama coach and you know kids are really serious in your drama department, you might really want to consider what musicals you're doing for your season. Because when judges come and watch your musical, and we've seen like 4 Morticias or, 4 Gastons or whatever, we're watching the same shows throughout the season. Nothing's really standing out. I mean, true, kids with real talent stand out no matter what role they're in. But when we finally see a show that stands out to us, something new, something different, and the kid gets to really shine, we're like, oh wow, we sit up and we take notice. So just something to consider when you're choosing your show for the season. I know you have a lot of things to consider, budget and kids and parents and all that kind of thing, but I'm just saying it's something to consider. All right, moving on to the list. And also, there's not always rights to the show you want to do, but some new ones that have been released, like 6, Teen Edition. These are all teen editions. Hadestown, Rock of Ages, School of Rock, Drowsy Chaperone. And I know some of these have been out for a while because I've seen Drowsy Chaperone. Tuck Everlasting, Heathers. Heathers, interesting about Heathers. I did a video on this too. If you put Heathers and Mean Girls side by side, they're very formulaic in the songs. I know the plot varies, like, goes totally opposite directions. But the songs are very formulaic. The characters are very similar. Even at the end, the message comes back. Heathers ends with like a reprise of Could We Be 17? And I think Mean Girls ends like a song, Stars. It's like, we're looking forward to our future. Everything's going to be great because we're young and everything's promising and hopeful. It's like the same message. They are very similar shows. So if you have done Mean Girls and you want to kind of do the same show again, maybe look at Heathers. I don't know. SpongeBob. Not my favorite show, but it does have a tap number in it, and it might be fun. Challenge your students if you're tired of doing Seussical the Musical, which is another fan favorite. And everybody's talking about Jamie. If you want to tackle this subject of a young boy in high school that wants to be a drag queen, I don't know, take a look at that. And as far as youth shows, and the difference between teen editions and youth versions, teen editions are the show. They're the Broadway version of the show with minor modifications for language, maybe situational things, and they take into consideration like vocal ranges for youthful voices. Youth versions are a much more condensed version of the show. So it may be like an hour to an hour and a half version. They cut out a lot of the script, shorten the versions of the song, and it's much more appropriate for like elementary, junior high because of their attention span and the rehearsals and, you know, that kind of thing. And the vocals, orchestrations, that kind of thing. So if you want to do, you know, like a classic Rodgers and Hammerstein, there's State Fair, Oklahoma, Sound of Music, King and I, all that, you know, usual fare. But you can do like Grease and Once Upon a Mattress, Bye Bye Birdie, Cats, Oliver, Annie, Bugsy Malone. Bugsy Malone is a great show. If you've never seen the 1970s version of the movie with Jodie Foster and Scott Baio, go check it out. It was always meant to be a kid-friendly show because it was kids playing adults. Takes place like in the 1920s gangster style era. So go check that out. They did a great stage adaptation of that. And a lot of those youth versions, there's also obviously teen versions of that show. I mean, high schools, you know, do Bye Bye Birdie and Grease and Oliver and Annie. But I'm just saying, you know, junior highs can do versions of any one of those shows. So please go check out some of these shows. If you are, you know, racking your brain, if you're a drama coach, racking your brain, trying to think, what could we do for this new upcoming, I can't believe it, I'm saying it, the 26-27 season. Yes, I know you're probably already looking ahead to the next school year, or you should be thinking about that already. Although you're probably thinking, let me just get through my 26 spring musical. Yes, your 26 spring musical, but you need to be looking ahead to the 26-27 season. All right, I hope you like that. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next.